It's so successful.
Okay, welcome to the third edition of the podcast. Yes, hello. Everybody say hello. Hello to the podcast. Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. Okay, introduce yourself. When you introduce yourself?
Okay, let's discuss about the epic.
Ale.
Oh yes, I'm Ale. By the way,
Everyone introduced themselves.
Okay, so this is Andrew.
just
So this
there
is-
you go.
this-
Andrew and myself.
Mike. Ale.
Ale, nice to meet you.
Biljana.
Julio. Vlado.
Dina.
Mike.
Joel.
Matej.
Lena.
Alina.
Okay, and welcome to the third edition of the podcast. And today's subject is Andrew.
Today we will be discussing the biggest event in Malta this week. By the way, it is Thursday the 9th of March 2017, and yesterday the Azure window in Gozo collapsed.
And so we decided to capitalize on it and do a podcast.
Yeah, we're shamelessly exploiting this piece of local news. But arguably the biggest landmark, the most famous landmark in the Maltese Islands, has now slid into the sea.
Yeah.
Sounds like it happened in the middle of the night, so no one even saw it, or heard it, or filmed it. Or...
I think it was 9 a.m. It was actually 9 a.m.
Oh, it was 9 in the morning.
Yeah.
So there must be some video then.
No, the weather was too bad. No one was walking by.
Oh, right. Oh, good.
Yeah, time.
How do we
likely
know?
it happened during the night.
Yeah, I think it's some geology type of scenario where there's a geologist who had been there surprisingly somehow. Someone managed to figure out that
Geologists are
somehow.
always drunk.
Geologist.
No, I think so. It's some
Anyone
kind
know
of,
how?
I don't know, maybe UFO or something like that.
UFO, so we've got some ideas on that. Sorcery. Some type of sorcery/UFO was responsible for Dwejra. Is it Dwejra? The Azure window crashing into the water. And now we're left with a magnificent big rock. I think it's a lovely addition. I don't know, it's not a lovely addition, is it? But it's, it's quite different now. It's quite a different thing.
totally different.
Everyone's been very sad on Facebook. There's been a lot of sadness. It's been a very touchy subject.
A lot of profile
Jesus went
changes.
Facebook.
Jesus face, yeah. There's been. I saw a friend of mine who posted a picture of Superman trying to restore the rock. Good job, Kevin. That's a nice one. Some comic relief.
Kind of funny.
I think the most curious post was about a guy waking up from coma. And he was saying, "Can't wait to check out the Azure window."
Jesus. Oh, that's wrong.
That's terrible.
No, I did not laugh at that. That was a ghost. That was a
News
ghost.
for you, mate.
Yeah. Oh dear. So yeah, it's not that hot a topic, but I don't know. It's become quite a hot topic.
So the question is,
yeah.
I think I'll ask the big question.
Yeah,
The
go for
elephant in the room
Yeah.
is, was this going to happen anyway?
Joel's going for a phone again. Sorry. Yeah.
Was the Azure window going to collapse regardless of what? Like, is there anything we could have done as humans living in Malta that would have
No.
slowed it
was no
down,
way.
No,
protected it?
engineers-
There was a
engineers
story,
gave the
sorry,
report,
There
it's
was a
not-
story that they built in some iron
I think we need
pipes
to-
protect it, construction, something to protect it.
It would have been something absurd. At the end, you can't stop the nature. It would have been fair, actually.
No, it's used to last 6 more years or something like that, and that's the reason because I didn't go and see it. I didn't never see it.
Yeah.
There was the place of the Clash of the
Sooner or
Titans.
later, it was meant to happen.
A lot of people
As I
say
said-
as a window for something to look forward to.
Yeah.
So we've got a little bit of Maltese for all you Maltese people out there. So we can actually do a little bit of debating. So everyone can do debating. Okay, I got some
But
stern faces there.
what are we debating then? Whether it could have been, whether
just
this
throw
could
in
have
the
been
local angle.
prevented. The consensus seems to be no. It was always going to happen.
Did I hear curse? Did I hear someone say curse?
Yeah, Dothraki curse.
The Dothraki curse. Ah, interesting. We've
What's
got
that?
another angle. There was a Dothraki,
Curse.
the Dothraki curse of Game of Thrones.
Would you
Now you're getting into
Would you like to elaborate? Let's just get it all out there. Let's just get the whole thing out there. Come
You're
on.
going to get us all.
What is? Why don't you tell us about the Dothraki curse?
I know there was a wedding and we all know how it looks like, right? The Dothraki wedding. It's wild and everything, so probably some curse slipped away.
Oh. So this is payback for some evil spirit that descended whenever it was 10 years ago.
Because we shot again. There was an episode of Game of Thrones which was shot here, and
Maybe because they made so much money out of it, out of the film and Game of Thrones in Malta, and now it lost its main financial attraction.
Yeah.
So then
The kiosk front office in big trouble. My first daughter went to it.
Or it's just the Women's Day.
oh yeah, there's the Women's Day. Oh, there is the touchy Women's Day, and we'll
On Women's Day.
let a woman discuss this one.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
What's the irony about it? Just burst out.
It's your fault. It's your fault. It's all your bloody faults. Now you go and rebuild it. That's it. Fuck it.
How curious.
How curious it is! How bizarre!
Sorry?
No, it's
It's still on. It's still on, don't worry. So yeah,
okay. So
Wait for garbage man to finish.
yeah.
No, it has to be.
And just to let everyone know, we're now sitting in the. Where are we? We're in Straight Street, right? We're sitting in Straight Street outside Rock's bar with some sexy ass guitar playing and the music. There's an actual live guitarist. It's the barman playing rock behind us. Just to let you know, he's wearing sunglasses. He's naked.
Yeah. The naked.
You go back in, Jimmy. Get back in
There's
there.
no guitar.
There's no guitar. It's just his. Yeah. Okay. We're not going to go into that. But
There's no bar, mate.
Joel, you've been heading towards your phone, slowly losing interest. We need you. So, what is your opinion? Because you seem to be okay. These guys don't have an opinion at all. Let's. No, you do.
I'm
No, you've
just,
got it. You've
I'm
got a
just
great opinion.
listening.
This is our expert improv teacher over here. She's a very lovely woman, very caring, lovely teacher. And she's come to support Andrew. Andrew had a stand-up gig tonight. Did very well. Congratulations, Andrew.
Thanks for coming, everyone. Yeah.
Yeah, you did really well.
Thank you so much.
And Joel came to support all of us. And so,
wanna
would you
talk
like
about
to talk about this? The barman's singing now. He's doing some vocalization back there.
Solo.
Just, solo
Not
vocalization.
opening the mouth.
Not opening the mouth.
Is it karaoke? Wait. So hold on. Have we done the Azure window?
No,
to
we've
death?
got Joel.
Or we've got more.
We've
There's
got
more.
Joel. We've got Joel.
Okay.
Joel, would you like to elaborate on the Azure window? What's your opinion? I think everyone should lay out their opinion. But yeah, what's yours?
Well,
Yeah, come on, lay it out there. Get it out there.
I don't know. I think it's a hoax.
You think it's a hoax?
Maybe. I don't know. I
it's
couldn't
still there?
believe it.
Oh.
I really couldn't believe
Why
it.
couldn't you believe it? What was
I
so
don't know.
unbelievable?
You would believe it when you see with your own eyes, right?
Yeah, I guess. I'm just like, I'm still nuts, you know, and...
Why? Because this is like this is like something a lot of people
She will
feel.
provide us with the proof. She goes on Sunday there. So.
You go on Sunday. Okay, so Sunday you have to check it and just let us know if it's gone. I'm sure it is.
But why would they hope? Why
No,
would they?
I know it's gone, but still it's
Like the twin towers, like when the twin towers, like it can't
yeah,
be real.
Really?
that they
Yeah,
came down.
exactly. You're just like, no.
This is our
Maybe I can-
9/11.
We're still in shock mode.
On Women's Day, you know, it's like two big coins.
At least there weren't 300 tourists.
Sorry, man. Excuse me. Sorry. Can we get your opinion? We're recording like a live podcast. Can we get your opinion on the Azure window and what happened at the Azure window? Can we get your opinion on what you feel about that?
It fell off.
It just fell off.
Yes.
Okay. Seems about right. Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you very
I
much.
like easy questions.
Yeah. There you go.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. What's your name? Marvin. That's Marvin's opinion on that as you will.
What's Marvin's opinion?
Marvin's opinion.
Just fell off.
He believes that it fell off. Well, we're not sure about that, but I kind of feel like this is basically a really good symbolic interpretation of what Azure Window kind of was. Is that we all kind of descend into a maddening kind of buzz of noise, and that's kind of how. For me, Azure Window basically was a Facebook phenomenon. Basically, it's basically completely related. It's for me, it's symptomatic of Facebook. I don't know. This is bullshit. I just got a couple of blank expressions there. Okay, so a lot of
what are you talking?
someone. I'm not gonna say who, but someone today was talking to me. Is like, man, if you argue with me, dude, you kind of argue like he's arguing on Facebook, and for me, like Facebook is kind of where this whole this Dwejra thing is all about Facebook at the moment. It's like two people, you know. two sides of that. You know what? Do you see where I'm going? Please see where I'm going, because I don't see where I'm going anymore.
It's the big trending story on Facebook, isn't it?
It's a trend. It's kind of like a trend. There's a lot of these trends. There's Donald Trump trend. There's another trend. Let's not go. No Donald Trump. It's no Donald Trump. Andrew's saying no.
No.
It's
like, you know,
but,
that's gonna.
It's a very basically okay. So basically, Dwejra was like Dwejra is Dwejra, yeah. Was the Azure window was a very sensitive topic for a lot of people.
But you see, this event will let me to watch Game of Thrones for the first time in my life. Because I never watched a Game of Thrones in my life, so now I want to see at least that very episode in which the Azure window is featured.
Yeah.
See how curiosity can be
I think it was.
You have the Azure window in a lot of movies, not only Game of Thrones.
It's been in movies since like the 70s, 60s, and 70s. Count of Monte Cristo, Clash of the Titans.
I also noticed. Yeah, I also noticed someone getting shit on a lot today for commenting on the Azure window being a rock, just a rock. And so I think
it's more than a rock.
Yeah, I think a lot of people. It's not just that for them. It's the tourist angle and the fact that it meant so much as a tourist piece, and that there was a lot of. They're putting emotion into an object, you know. And why do we put it into like that?
Up in the national identity.
Because people go there mostly. They have a special time with their loved ones, with their family. With
it's
their
national
partner,
identity.
It's not just national. It's just you go there normally and you have some sort of a moment.
Yeah, it's a special place. Yeah, for a lot of us, it's been a very special place. Me too. I mean, it's
right. You mentioned the Superman thing.
Yeah,
there is a scene in Superman 3.
Yeah.
Do you remember this scene? There's a scene in Superman 3
where he lifts up
where he straightens the Tower of Pisa.
Yes.
There's a guy, an Italian kiosk guy, who's been selling replicas of the Tower of Pisa his whole career. And he sees Superman like straighten the tower, and he's like, you know, and he's like looking up, and he's like, so like I'm imagining all those buggers, those poor guys who've got the kiosks at the Dwejra, they show up this morning, and they're like, what happened?
Indeed, I was thinking about the kiosk guy.
It's true, totally. It's a very Superman moment. It really is. The Dwejra tourist guys are like, what the fuck? I just made like 20 molds of Dwejra. What the fuck am I gonna do with them now?
I had a thought actually yesterday. Like, if someone was really good with special effects, if they could take a good photo of the arch, the blue window, and turn it into a 3D animation of it falling into how it would look if it fell into the sea. That would totally go viral. Like if you were good and you could make it, you know, because like no one filmed it, right? So like we'd love to.
We just like to
see it, but like
but we'd like to know what happened because it was so special to us. We'd like
as a visualization.
And this is
some years, but like it's it's a time critical thing.
This was a really important thing that we see it. Everyone wanted to see that video of it going down because it meant something. Because you wanted to say it was like a goodbye, right? You wanted to have a goodbye to it, and people just want to say.
I went to the sign. I respect.
You respect. Mate was a respectful man. He was respectful.
It was mentioned as the eighth wonder of the world. Actually,
was it?
It was nominated.
It was promoted.
But it wasn't. Nominated.
So it's still in the running. Maybe we'll not get the.
So what happens? So what happens now that Dwejra is gone? How do we?
Well, apparently there's another arch nearby, which is much less known.
You can. It's impossible to.
Hard to get to. Yeah.
No, it's more or less impossible.
More or less impossible.
You have to go by boat.
Sad.
Maybe you have to take a boat to go.
You need a boat.
You need a
Boats are
boat.
very expensive.
Okay.
Well, no, maybe it'll be like the Blue Grotto, right? Where there's all these tours running every 5 minutes. You know, maybe.
If it's a rock, you can just still walk on the rock. You can see it, no?
They're like
I don't know anyway.
fields that are
I don't know.
Everything fell, no?
The whole thing, the whole thing seems to have just slid into the sea. It's amazing. I couldn't believe that photo.
Yeah, do you know what I'm curious about? Like, how did that little
big
bit,
rock.
the little bit in the middle, how did that pull down the big side?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. That's
That's why. The reason that it's the column that was eroding from the down.
It was the actual base. It was the column that eroded.
It was what?
Because there was, actually looking at it, there was like a diagonal kind of slash
Yeah, it was the first
And
thing
that,
that
I
I
think
saw.
that pulled on the
actually-
top as well, yeah.
And because the sea was so rough, I guess. And obviously, the thing, like,
Right.
The arch
shelf,
there.
the bridge, whatever, wasn't strong.
See, Paul, hey, Paulo, what do you think about, we need your opinion, man. Yeah,
well,
this-
hang on a minute.
All right.
I come expensive.
No, you can't.
We can't afford
What do you
it.
want?
We can't
What
afford
do you
it.
want? Tell me now.
We would like,
right.
this is, Yogi Paulo.
Yeah, sure. No,
Hello,
it's
young
a real
fella.
privilege. No,
Welcome to the discussion here. We're having a podcast. We do our weekly podcast and or whenever podcast, and this is about Dwejra. Do you know about the rock which Dwejra, the Azure window in Gozo?
the falling rocks of Dwejra. Yeah.
Yes.
It's a one-off deal. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about this?
I
What's
don't. I don't like it too much. That's my main opinion.
Okay.
I don't think. Oh, really? Are we recording here?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, well, I better say something good.
Don't think
Is this
about
going
that.
to which public? Who is going to listen to this?
It's going on the homepage of BuzzFeed tomorrow. Now we don't know. It's just going.
Well, seriously,
Yeah.
do I think about it? I
Yeah.
think it's a shame, really. Yeah, really, it's a shame because I think it's part of Maltese heritage and natural heritage, and I think any loss of things like that is a loss for the society and the island. I know it sounds a bit pompous, but it's true. I think. And I'm sad about it. No, it doesn't kill me, but I'm sad about it. I wish it hadn't happened. That's all.
Thank you. That's really. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. We like that. We like that.
Yeah.
That's. Thank you very much.
Okay.
It's a very well thought out opinion.
it's a big
I think it's a sentiment shared by most of us
I
here.
think
you know?
so. Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, it meant a lot to a lot of people. Andrew, take this back, would you? So where should we go from here?
Yeah. So do we need to say? Do people want to say more about the Azure window? I mean, have we paid our respects?
We ended up in a sad note.
I
you know, we
can
have
follow
to-
up.
Yeah,
Season is cheery.
a poignant note. So maybe we can segue into something a bit more.
Let's explore the new window, which is impossible to reach. Maybe
Okay, I'm
we'll-
going to go on Sunday and explore the new window.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
promise.
You're going to find out what.
I'll find out the ways to get there and see how if it's
You can visit the place on which
Okay.
And you have to draw the proof that Azure
Go.
window is really gone.
Okay.
What we can do is use this maybe sad situation to use it as an impetus to inspire ourselves to have a new window of opportunity with our lives. Think of some new initiative which can be positive and could be beneficial to human beings.
this is amazing. Yeah.
Great.
Okay. Yeah, I know. Well, I'm good on talk. Great on talk.
Yeah.
Not so much on anything else, but good on talk. So that's marketing, folks.
watch and learn.
How much do we owe you? This?
Well,
How about a drink?
my
How about a drink?
accountant will contact you by Saturday
Okay.
with the bill.
With an invoice.
Yes.
VAT included?
Huh?
VAT included?
VAT.
Well, I don't know. You have to speak to the accountant.
All right.
And my secretary. as well.
Details. Details. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, Dwejra. There's Dwejra. Is that you guys looking solemn back there? Anyone? You just kind of zoned out of the Dwejra discussion. Anyone? Anyone?
What are you talking about?
Dwejra?
Do you have
As
any
your
comment-
window?
Do you have any comments? Did you want to add anything to the?
Steph looked sideways there when I said zoned out. Anything? Anything? Steph? Any feedback? Mike's an ass.
I'm happy with my life and I'm happy to get over this whole topic with the Azure window. It's a very sad story and we should focus on more positive things tonight.
Well,
shouldn't we?
that's the most important thing. But anyway, even Calypso Grotto fell, and they in Gozo managed to attract people, tourists with that. Like here used to stand Calypso Grotto. They will do the same way as Azure.
Yeah.
So, and anyway, by the way, there is also another Azure window in Malta. Nobody knows where it is, but there is.
There is.
It's a secret.
There's a secret window.
Yeah, secret you shall find.
I know
of two. Indeed.
So, yeah, I personally feel about the Azure window. So this is my thing. I feel that I've got to be very careful what I say, because this could go up on Facebook, and I can already sense the angry faces kind of going, oh my god, this guy, oh my god, that guy, what's he saying, oh my god, taking either side of it. So
thing could go political.
This whole thing could go very political. That was the sentiment when we went in to discuss the Azure window. I could be assassinated tomorrow. So I'm not a fan of being assassinated, so we're trying to avoid assassination attempts. And but like I think it was a very beautiful rock. Just to not rock, it's a very beautiful place. I've been there many times. I was actually once, I went on a date on Azure window on the rocks surface there, and the girl was talking about, she was like, oh come on mate, let's go on the rock. And we went up on the rock, we sat near there, and she said to me like she was talking about very like, Mike, I really like the warrior man and all these things, and she was discussing it. She's a very spiritual woman, and she discussed like the different types of men and like different like strengths and stuff. And one of them was the warrior man. I was like, yeah, I'm a bit of a warrior. And all of a sudden I had this, that was like a crying, screaming baby, and it flipped the fuck out, because I thought it was like a demon baby. It sounded like a demon baby coming off the rock. And apparently there's this strange bird. There's a strange bird there, which sounds like a demon. And I went running, and it, yeah.
And did you?
I didn't. No, I didn't. Needless to say, but
you sure maybe?
But other than that, like it was a beautiful. I like the area, and I think it's beautiful, and it's a really nice place to sit up and look at the stars, and it was just gorgeous. I had taken many photos over there and stared out at it, and it meant a lot, and it was quite sad for me as well. I want to say that so I don't get killed tomorrow. It was very sad for me because it was a lovely place, and I think that's the sentiment shared by everyone. And basically, I think the penultimate kind of idea is that everyone felt something or other for it, and they have different ways of dealing with it, whether by taking the piss or just feeling quite sad about it, and we all have different ways of emoting feelings about it, but it's quite sad that this is gone. It's very sad that it's gone. Everyone does feel it, but it's been a long time.
Yeah, it has.
And so now
exactly.
It's been there for thousands of years, and it's probably seen lots of romantic nights out between Neanderthals and medieval men and women, and lots of various parties and lots of things happening there. So everyone salutes it throughout history. We all salute it, and here in Valletta, someone's looking squinty-eyed like, what the fuck are you saying, Mike?
Is this a good place to...
But yeah, I think... And Andrew, would you like to say something about this? I've sufficiently got out of my assassination. Would you like to say anything?
I think it's all. I think it's all been said. Yeah, I think I've been talking tonight. So I think it's all been said. So
Best podcast ever.
Best Azure window podcast.
Joel, Joel, would you like to say anything? Joel, because you're looking quite
careful. You could be deported. You could be deported for saying.
Shall I say anything? No. All right. Anyone? Before we close, anyone? No. Andrew. There you go. Andrew's the closer.
So thanks everyone for listening to our third podcast.
Thanks for inviting us here tonight. It's really good of you.
And this is an ode to the Azure window that was. Lived its last morning yesterday, and is now sleeping quietly at the bottom of the sea.
Bless you, as your windows
closed. Bless you, and thank you for everything.
Yes.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
All right.
Good night. Bye. Yay.
That was great.
Yeah, man. Did it.